gamers, and welcome to episode 365 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for March 12th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's going on this week, Dominic?
As of right now, it was snowing, or I don't know if it's still snowing now.
It still is.
Okay, well, yeah, it should be stopping soon, it said on my weather thing here.
Gotcha.
Which should be accurate. Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's been weird weather all year, man. Like we had some warm days that was just unseasonably warm, feeling nice. Then you have cold days, which you think you should, in February and January, but it's just like how it just drops. It doesn't it just drops and goes up. And then we had a warm day yesterday. Then we got freaking snow. We haven't seen snow in a while here.
Yeah.
And, I'm trying to think in February. When did it snow? In February.
Was it like mid-February?
Yeah, it was like, yeah. It's not, I don't know, it's nothing bad.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, the snow that we're getting right now is kind of my favorite snow. One, it's on a Saturday where I don't have plans. I don't need to go anywhere. Two, it doesn't really seem to be sticking to the ground or, like the streets or the sidewalk at all, so I don't have to go out and shovel. It just looks pretty, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I like.
Yeah, so at least we're not getting nothing like that. But, yeah, still winter, technically, so, hey. All right, so what else has been going on? Stuff in Ukraine. What else? I guess that's all the news tells me anyway. But, rising gas prices.
Yes.
Rising food price. Other food.
Every price, yeah.
Food has been rising for a while, though. But yeah, and doesn't look like it's going to be better anytime soon, but hopefully we get through this. All right, so what else we got? Let's get right to sports. March Madness is happening, so we're having tournaments all over the place. Some of the women tournaments have already been done. I think Maryland's, the Big 10's women's been done already. Oh. I know they didn't win. I don't know who won because I don't care because all I care about Maryland. I know Maryland men's lost in their first game they played to Michigan State, so I don't think they're going to be going to the big tournament. Also, well, UMBC, that's our local team. Mm-hmm. They are still in it. They play championship today for theirs, so hopefully they win again to the tournament. They're playing Vermont. And another local team is still in it, I believe. No, they're not. I think Towson's girls are still in it, I want to say. Oh. I don't know. I saw them that were playing. Is going to be playing, today at 3:30 for the championship. At fighting Delaware. Delaware fighting Blue Hens. So the Tigers versus the Blue Hens.
The Blue Hens.
What else has happened? It's a lot of the games, but let's talk about the local teams. All right, so I guess I'll move on to football, NFL. The Commanders have a quarterback. Carson Wentz, former Eagle, former Indianapolis Colt. Carson Wentz was the one that helped take the Eagles to the Super Bowl, but he got injured. But they had a good record, and they went through with Nick Foles and won a Super Bowl. But he became very hated in Philadelphia after that's because he hasn't really done much. He hasn't been terrible, but he hasn't been as great as we were led to believe, I guess you would say. And he went to Indianapolis. He did okay. He missed some games from injury. I think some people think he's injury prone, but we'll see. But he came back and he did well. But except for the last game, he had to win the last game to get to the playoffs. And he did a bad interception and they lost. Overall, his numbers were pretty good for the how many games he played. Mm. But they wanted to move on, and so Washington picked him up. They didn't really lose a lot. I think they gave him some draft picks, but draft picks, I'll be like, oh man, we lost them. It's not. It doesn't seem like a big deal right now. Right. Like, so if he doesn't turn out good, I feel like we can get a quarterback for next year. Because I hear that this year's draft is not that great for quarterbacks. Mm. So it'd be like, hey, we have him, who's the best quarterback we have on the team, honestly, and he's a decent quarterback. He's not horrible. He's an NFL quarterback. He's an NFL pro quarterback. So he's not horrible or anything. We can have him for a year, and then if it don't work out, you just move on. So I guess, some people are really angry about it. I mean, I find it funny because I was making fun of him for a few years, and now he's on my team. So I got to root for him now. It's like not dirt. Oh man, so sports is just so funny like that. We're pro sports anyway. All right. So also Russell Wilson is gone from Seattle. He is in Denver, Colorado, baby.
Oh, wow.
He wants to do the Peyton Manning. He said, I'm going to go to Colorado and win Super Bowl, like Peyton Manning did. So he's up there. So he's in the same division as Pat Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and I was going to say David Carr, but it's another Carr. It's his younger brother. It's David's younger brother. That's a tough division. I mean, the Raiders, they possibly can get past. I mean, because Raiders are kind of iffy, but it's gonna be tough. Like, you got 3 great quarterbacks. I mean, well, Herbert, it's still to be seen. So far, he looks great. He's only been in the league for 2 years, but he looks great so far. Mahomes, we know what he is, and we know what Russell Wilson is. So now we're going to see Russell Wilson on another team and see how that goes. And he's playing against these other 2 quarterbacks, who are basically the future. I mean, he's like at his somewhat prime-ish, Russell Wilson, like a little after maybe. It all depends how long he stays in the league. If he stays like Tom Brady or some shit. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. That looks like a tough division, but he came from a tough division. He was in the NFC West, where they had Seattle Rams, who won a Super Bowl, the 49ers, who went to the playoffs, and Arizona, who went to the playoffs. So 3 of them went to playoffs, except for Seattle. And I mean, every now and then it'd be Seattle used to go a lot. I mean, that division's always pretty tough for a while. So competition he's not worried about. Now, he's worried about is like, can he win with this team? Which the Broncos last few years, they look like a good team, just didn't have a quarterback. Like, their defense will keep them in games. So this could work out. I mean, I don't know how the offensive line is though, because that was the problem with Russell Wilson on Seattle, but we'll see. It should be interesting. Oh yeah, and your boy Aaron Rodgers just signed I don't know if he officially signed it, but he's gonna be staying with the Packers for the biggest pay ever.
Oh wow.
Of a quarterback, probably an NFL player. Let me see what it is. I want to know it's $80 million.
So many more years of him complaining about how much he doesn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah. Rodgers is signing a deal with the Packers for 4 years, $200 million total. For 4 years. Now, before that, I think the biggest deal was Pat Mahomes.
I was going to say, that's what I thought.
10 years, $500 million.
Uh-huh.
So he's only doing 4 years, $200 million. And the deal at a value will pay Rodgers $50 million per season. I mean, dude. Yo.
Yep.
That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money for a COVID denier. Sorry, stop.
It's going to buy him so much ivermectin.
Yeah. It's immunized.
Mm-hmm.
But
so many crystals that will save him from COVID.
But yeah, man. Sitting on a lot of dough. Whew. All right. So, what else we have here? We got, and NBA basketball. My Wizards played the Lakers last night, and they got beat. Well, it was a good game until like the fourth quarter. LeBron was very hot. He was not missing shots. Yeah. He scored 50 again, second time, first time ever for somebody past some age, they say.
Some made-up specific statistic that gets him another.
But I mean, I think for his age, yes. I mean, scoring 50 twice in the season is impressive.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's just why did it have to be against the Wizards? Why couldn't it be against another team? Damn. And I watched majority of that game until the very end. So I was like, fuck it, it's over. And man, I just wish he didn't do it against us.
Yeah.
I mean, he was great. He was great that game. That's probably I haven't watched a full LeBron game in like years. I mean, years. Oh, well, that wasn't a Wizards playing. Like, that's the only time I ever watched a full LeBron game when he played against the Wizards of recent times. And we had beaten them when I watched them. So I was like, yes. But this time we couldn't do it. and I was disappointed. And he had
was
to put 50
making up
spot.
for all those times that you guys beat him.
I know, man. And the Wizards tried. They tried. They played defense. Guys were on his ass. And that I was like, wow, this is the best defense I ever see y'all play. But he still was making over them. I said, damn it. Just do it against somebody who's not LeBron. Y'all would shut him down. Crazy. It's just unfortunate he's the best player in the world right now. I mean, he's one of the best players in the world, right? Well, right now he's one of the best. Because I think if you do it like now, I don't think he's the best. Just because his age, just because he's older. Right. But I think overall, like, he's the best player in the last whatever years you want to say. He is. I'm not going to deny that. Even though I'm a LeBron hater, I'm not going to deny he's not the best player. I mean, it's kind of hard to when I see him, that motherfucker play. All right. So, what do we have here? We got... So, that's it for me. So, you got any wrestling news?
Yeah, so I just want to say, first off, last night, SmackDown happened, of course, and Big E took a really bad bump on the floor. He got suplexed and basically dropped directly on his head. He was stretchered out of there.
Oh, man.
He later posted a video that, he's got movement on all his digits and everything, but they are telling him that he has a broken neck. So that's unfortunate for a dude that seemingly they were doing something with. They moved him away from the New Day, and they even had him win the world title. But then they immediately showed signs of like not giving a shit because he was losing constantly as the champion. And then eventually they obviously took the belt off of him, and he's,
isn't that written in the script to lose?
What do you mean?
Like you say they say they care about like, cause he was losing.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is like, I'm saying, sorry, they obviously didn't care because they were writing him to lose.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'm saying.
I was like,
he started losing and then they didn't care about him anymore. Yeah. But it's really unfortunate. He seems like a really good dude outside the ring too. The outpouring you see on like Twitter from people all across the wrestling industry, people from AEW, people from WWE, NXT, basically everywhere, just, hoping this dude gets better. And so, yeah, I just wanted to, send out my support for him as well. Hope that he recovers from that relatively quickly. I mean, a broken neck is nothing to joke about, but it's also not like a career-ending sentence like it maybe used to be. You see guys return from that surprisingly, despite the fact that, you say broken neck and you're like, oh my God, is that dude still alive? So yeah, that's kind of the downer of the week. Nothing really else to say about WWE right now. AEW, their Revolution show was last week. It was their big kind of pay-per-view event, and that show from top to bottom, even like the pre-show, was just really good wrestling. There's a lot of good stuff coming out of AEW right now. And they brought in some more guys. Shane Swerve Strickland, who was Isaiah Swerve Scott in WWE. They brought him in. That people have been speculating that was going to happen. He's pretty high on the list of kind of free agents. And they actually brought in William Regal, who was released from his position as like general manager or authority figure in NXT for one reason or another in WWE. And he's actually like forming a stable with Brian Danielson and Jon Moxley, which seems like a pretty cool thing for them to do. It sounds like, the two of them are kind of going to be the kind of workhorse older guys, while maybe they bring in some younger talent and raise them up a little bit. And that'll be cool. I think AEW's done a really good job with that, pairing some of the older, bigger name talent with some of the younger guys that they're trying to establish and get over. And then on Dynamite, I guess, a big debut also, Jeff Hardy, very popular wrestler, as displayed in the YouTube numbers, because like the video of him debuting is already in like the millions of views just since Wednesday. Yeah, the people were still loving Jeff Hardy, Dominic.
How old is Jeff Hardy?
How old is Jeff Hardy? 40 something?
Oh, he was my sister age.
Let's see. He is He is 44.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
But he is still moving a lot better than his brother is. I mean, I think Matt is a bit older than him, but not by much. Yeah, he's 47. But Matt looks like he can barely walk sometimes, whereas Jeff's still doing the same fucking wacky shit that he's always been doing. This was kind of inevitable once WWE released him. I'm glad that the stuff about him potentially, relapsing or having issues with substances ended up seemingly not to be true. Basically after he was let go, it came out that, he didn't fail his drug test or anything like that. So it's still wondering, still weird that he kind of just dipped out that one night at house show that he did, because he just basically rolled out of the ring and walked out through the crowd and disappeared into the night. That's why they released him. But it also seems like it was a little quick on WWE to release him without any sort of evidence of misdoing or anything. And that's a big get for AEW. I mean, obviously it's another older dude, but Jeff Hardy is a huge name, and even people that aren't into wrestling anymore, like Jeff Hardy's always been this super charismatic dude that has gotten over with basically any crowd. So it is a big get for them. So yeah, that's AEW's still kind of kicking ass right now, Dominic. And you mentioned UMBC earlier, but they're actually doing a show at UMBC in May.
Oh, really?
And, yeah. And that's, I'd gone to a Ring of Honor show there one time, and it's actually a nice little venue, because I'm actually surprised that AEW would run it. Apparently Royal Farms isn't open right now or something still. But it still feels a little smaller than something that they would do, but I guess I don't know. But it's a nice kind of intimate venue. Like, even though it has that like upper tier, none of the seats really feel like they're particularly far away from the floor and the action. So that's pretty cool.
All right. All right. So, where are we at now? What we've been watching?
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead, start, or you want me to start?
I can start just because I didn't really have much this week. It was just the Obi-Wan trailer that came out this week. And honestly, I came out of this going like, okay, this is a Star Wars thing, because I'm not really familiar with like this time range and a lot of these characters that you see. You see a lot of, people wielding lightsabers and stuff like that. I believe they're Inquisitors is what I've heard. But really it wasn't like, oh my God, there's that person that I recognize or that person that I recognize. So it's definitely got me intrigued to see more about that kind of time, but I'm not super hyped about it just yet. Oh,
okay. I never watched, I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Okay.
So obviously I'm not super hyped about it at all.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I want to see it though. I mean, I want to watch it. It's just that, I mean, I forgot about it, really, honestly. I heard the trailer was out there. I just forgot about it. And I'll just remember when you say you watched the first episode, and I'll say, okay, I got to check it out then. All right. So what I watched a show called Our Flag Means Death, which is a new show on HBO Max. I think it's on the 5th episode now. And it's a comedy, like a British comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty funny. They see some actors, like a lot of British actors, but you see some people from SNL who might appear. The guy who did the show also did Thor Ragnarok, Takia Waititi, and he's in the show too. He's Blackbeard.
Oh, okay.
You don't see him until like episode 4. What is it? Or 3?
Mm-hmm.
I think you see the back of his head in 2, and then 3 you actually see him, and then 4 you see a lot of them, and then from then on, I think I haven't seen 5 yet, but. Yeah, it's a hilarious for. I mean, I really think it's hilarious. But some people might not like that comedy. If you like British comedy, then I think you'll find it hilarious. Because this is kind of a different type of humor. But I just like how the main character, who he played in Flight of the Conchords, he was the manager of the two guys in Flight of the Conchords.
Guy, right?
Yeah, and he he's the captain, but he's like from a real privileged lifestyle, and he just wanted to become a pirate because he wanted to do something more with his life or something. Like, basically almost like a midlife crisis, but to an extreme level. And he is like he calls us a gentleman pirate. I mean, he eventually does call himself that, but like he's got like, he said the pirates, like they get paid, a wage, like salary wage and stuff like that. And then like they have, he said they have to the benefits and stuff. Then they got like the whole ship has different places like where they can relax and do things. It's like, what the hell kind of pirate life is this? Like, and even the pirates are like, what the hell? And then he has like a library on the darn ship and everything. He even has like a fireplace on the ship. And I think when he meets Blackbeard, he was looking at his ship and said, wow, this is crazy. You're crazy. He's like, you literally have a fireplace on a wooden ship. He said, you're mad. He said, you're mad. And then I think another guy mentioned about the library. He said, wow. I said, I wanted to bring a library on my ship, but the guy came on the ship and he was like, wow, I thought about bringing some books too on my library ship, but darn, I just figured that they would fly all over the place when it gets like a storm or something, like a strong wave. And then they showed like a little flashback when they went through a storm and the books did fly all over the place. So he was like, oh, I haven't had that happen to me yet. It's funny. It's a funny show. I think you should check it out.
Nice.
What other show have I watched? So you didn't watch no more of Succession?
I think I did since we recorded, but it was probably on Sunday, and honestly, I don't remember what happened. And
okay. So you didn't finish everything?
No,
okay.
I haven't gotten that much further into it. Yeah, honestly, like this week felt like it just flew by. Like I guess really going back to work, and it was just like all of a sudden, hey, it's the weekend again.
Yeah, it really flew by. Yeah, I slept most of the week, so that's why I just woke up. I was like, oh, no, it's Friday. So I was joking. All right, so South Park has a new episode, and I think didn't they have a new episode this week? I don't believe, because at least I didn't see it. At the time I looked, maybe it's up there now. But last week they had one, and this was based on what happened in Ukraine. But it deals with like Mr. Mackey. He's all like, he's being nostalgic with it, like the 80s. Like he's like, oh, so he's doing everything 80s and stuff. And like, he even like when he was trying to think it was like some type of conspiracy happening in town, he went to his old house where his mother was still there, and the room is still the same. All this 80s shit. You see E.T. with like old 3D glasses, the blue and red, and you see all these posters and everything like from the 80s. And then his computer is like old. He got the dial up where you had to take the phone and put it on a holder to get on the internet.
Yeah.
And so then he hacked into the Pentagon or something, and then to tell them that the Russians are coming, and Pentagon's like, what is this? It's like, how did he get in? They say, I don't know. They're using some kind of archaic system that we don't know. We don't know. Like he said, just turn off the Wi-Fi. Say they're not using Wi-Fi. Yeah, it was hilarious. And then it was Butters and his parents. Butters is doing what's it called? Dressage? I don't know what the fuck it's called. But it's where you ride the fucking horses and jump over those little things. And so there was a competitor who was Russian. But it was like they didn't really do anything. I mean, I think they're just people who probably just moved there. And the parents are all booing them. It's like, boo, boo. Say, get out of here, call me. And the guy was like, why are you booing that kid? They said, because he's from Russia, something like that. So you got to beat him, Butters. So you got to have to beat him. But his horse, every time his horse was about to make a jump, either start pooping or its dick start getting big and then it go hump a horse or something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was funny. It was pretty funny. And the last but not least, I did finally see The Batman. that's out in theaters. And this Batman is up there to me with The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
As far as Batman movies, because this is definitely a mystery movie. Like it's Batman, like being a detective mostly, trying to figure out what the Riddler's next move is. All these conspiracies and not really conspiracies, but a lot of corrupted stuff happening behind the scenes, and you trying to figure out like who did what and what's happening, and like who's in on this. And then of course you gotta figure out the riddles with the Joker. The Riddler, who's going to be next. Riddler's pretty good. I like the Riddler. Batman, Patterson, he was a great Batman. He's a good Batman. He's probably, he's definitely, I like him better than Kristen Bell. I know that.
Okay.
Like he plays a very, like well done Batman. And
how's his Bruce Wayne?
His Bruce Wayne's good too. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Now he never went into the mode of like pompous rich guy. He's more of the secluded rich guy. He doesn't come out. He doesn't really come out much. That's the kind of role he played. The Catwoman, Lenny Kravitz's daughter. I forget her name.
Zoe
Kravitz. She was a good Catwoman. Yeah, she was good. She was great in her part too. I liked her as Catwoman. They went good together when they had their moments. It was a great story overall. I mean, the Penguin was great. Colin Farrell was great as a Penguin. He was awesome as a Penguin. Christopher Gordon, that black dude who I see in a lot of shit, he was good as Commissioner Gordon. I mean,
it's
like
the guy from Westworld, right?
Yeah, the guy from Westworld, the guy from James Bond, the newest James Bonds and all that. It was well done. Like I really loved it. My friend didn't like it. Because he thought I was being sarcastic when I said I liked it. And I was like, what? Why? I said, he just said like it was a long overdrawn mystery movie or something. I said,
it's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. I was like, well, that's exactly what I want from Batman. I said, I guess he wanted more action or something.
Take your Batfleck and get out of here.
I was like, man, that movie was great. I was like, I don't know. They say we just saw, we're into two different things, but then again, his tastes are just as weird as yours and everybody else's. They're horrible. They're horrible tastes. My tastes are the best. All right. But yeah, that I really enjoyed it. It was as good as, I didn't really look at reviews. I just looked at the numbers, honestly. So I didn't read no reviews or like how people liked it. I just saw like it got an 86 on Rotten Tomatoes. So okay, so let me go check it out. And I was like, oh man, this was great. All right.
Very cool.
So I guess we get to what we've been playing. So you didn't play anything this week?
I played some more Luigi's Mansion, but nothing really to talk about. Just kind of getting a little more into that, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. All right. So on the Oculus, I did try out the new game, Vox Machina. It's not what I thought it was. I thought it was based on that show for Amazon Prime.
So I was like, did he put that in the wrong thing? And then I had to look it up to make sure it was a game. And then I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool.
And it's I guess because that's called The Legend of Vox Machina. So not the same thing. Because and when I realized I was in a robot and you have to control this giant mech robot, and it's like used for mining. I'm at the very beginning, so I haven't really done nothing really. All I've really done was a tutorial. Like the robot is used for mining. That just taught you how to move and everything.
Yeah, because it looks like Mech Warrior.
Yeah,
that's or Steel Battalion, that one that had the big controls.
Yeah, and I was very fucking confused. It's like, whoa, this is this what Legend of Vox Machina is about? Because I could have sworn I thought it was like more like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing. I said, what the fuck? I said, where's the why am I in the desert and like where's the fucking elves and shit? And it's like, what the hell is this? And then I realized, oh, this is nothing to do with that. This is a totally different thing. But yeah, it seemed cool doing it, though. I realized that maybe I should be sitting down doing this. Because it looked like it was a chair behind me where I'm controlling this, but I'm standing up. So I was like, oh, this is a sit down type of game probably. So maybe I'll play it. Next time I play, I'm going to play sitting down and play with it. But I got to a point in the game where you meet another worker and he was like having some problems or something, but then he just blew up one of the trucks. He said, "Oh no, that was an accident." And they say, "No, it doesn't matter." They say, "Whatever, I didn't like him anyway." They say, "I'm tired of this. I didn't want to work this." I guess the guy just went crazy and shit. And then he started walking towards like one of these buildings, whatever, and start shooting at it. And then somebody called me and say, "Hey, you got to stop him. I'm letting you be able to use your gun or something like that. Like I'm giving so I can stop him." So then I used the laser on him. They allow me to use the laser on him to stop him. So just shoot his arm. Then I shot his arm. It blew off. But then it said, "Okay, we'll take care of from here," or something like that. And then I just stopped playing because it was getting late. I was just curious what it looked like. But I mean, the controls seemed all right. You know, it seemed like an all right kind of thing. It doesn't seem clumsy. It didn't feel like fucking virtual reality 2, where I didn't, clone that shit. Shit. I hate controlling that robot in that game. That's just so weird. Maybe I just not used to it, but this seemed more, what's the word I'm looking for? It seemed more natural than like virtual reality feels very unnatural. It feels like nobody will make a robot like this to be controlled. Like, who the hell will make a robot where you do pulleys to move and then jump and shit like that? It's crazy. All right. So what else have I played? I played some, where am I at? Okay. Oh yeah, Vader, the Star Wars Vader Immortal 2, episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
I played a bit of that. I was in a part where I was running from a Rancor, and that was scary as shit because he busts his hand out through like gaps and shit and scared the hell out of me. And this time you used the Force, because the last game you didn't use the Force. All you did was get the lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
But in this one, you actually you can use the Force now because Vader teaches you. And I was squeezing little things and killing them. These little flying, I don't know what they are, muskrats. I don't know.
Younglings. We call them younglings, though.
Yeah, younglings. I also played some more Robo Recall. I actually failed a mission for the first time because I couldn't stop them from blowing up something. I played some Beat Saber. Like, I put a song I downloaded, where not an official one, you know, like, because the people can put their own songs up there. It was from a show called Mob Psycho 100. Because I like the intro to that show. And the show is actually pretty good. It's the guy who did One Punch Man did this one too. I think he wrote the writer did this one. And it's a pretty good anime. But I like the intro song, so I found that somebody did have the intro song up there, like the long version of it. So the whole literally the whole song, not just how long it is in the intro. So I said, okay, let me try this. Man, it's hard as shit. There was a fucking expert, and I was very, very tired. Every time, I mean, I never got better than the E. I'm happy I got an E, because I think you can get an F, right? I think F is still the failing. I never got an F in anything because, I mean, I haven't played anything where I probably haven't played that much. It's going to be a song like an F one, but I never got an F. Like, the lowest score is always got as an E, and I was surprised I got an E in this, honestly. I was like, Jesus Christ. And honestly, I kind of cheated because I couldn't possibly fail. So, but still, even with failing, I couldn't even get like a D or a C. Because they just come at you so fast and everything. And like, I'm just thinking like, who the hell gets all this right? Like, who's going to be able to move their arms this fast?
Monsters, Dominic, monsters.
Like, God damn. I was like, why'd you even have these? Like, or at least give us a choice. Like, hey, the monsters play these, and then normal people play it on this one. Now you can slow it down, the song down, before you can do it, but it sounds weird.
Yeah,
when the song's down.
Yeah, it's odd.
And this one, if you slow it down just a little bit, is actually still okay because they sang it really fast. So it was kind of still okay, and I did better. I think I got a D. But normal. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. I played, so that's really it for the VR. I played Shadow Warrior 2. I played some of that. That game is fun. I like the different weapons you have. The variety of weapons seems more than the first one, It feels like it's more. I like the leveling up system they have. Well, not the level up system, but the actually inputting like these abilities into your guns. Like you can and like they get different abilities. Like they can be you can do ice damage or fire damage or toxic damage. All depends how you put them up and different things. Or like it's different abilities in each one. Maybe you get like double damage, or like you can hold two guns at the same time. It's things of that nature. That's cool. It's more open. This is more open than the last game. The last game was more linear, which I was fine with. This is like you can get missions and then you pick a place on the map and go somewhere to play. And that's okay. I mean, that's all right, even though I'm still kind of more of the linear guy. But it's not, it's all right. But like you just travel. It's not like an open world. You just go, you got a hub world where it's just where you live at, and then where the lady who gives you the missions lives at. And then you got places where you go, oh, you can do these bounty missions, which is like different things. Like one mission was I had to kill these rabbits. Like rabbits is really where you get health at. The rabbits you always see running around and they humping each other. You kill them, you get health. But they're saying like in this town, some of the rabbits are mutant, and you have to just find out which ones just by killing them all. That's the only way you can tell which one. So then you shoot the mutant one, it turns into this mutant fucking rabbit. You gotta shoot it or something like that. And the enemies have different levels. Like you see, they have it almost reminds me of kind of like Borderlands. Like you'll see a certain enemy, be like, oh, this enemy is like really hard or something like that. Like maybe you don't want to touch them or something. They have those type of enemies here too. Like say something superior, like a superior type of samurai, something, I don't know. And then it takes a longer time to kill them. Like it's much harder. You just gotta really use your chi and stuff, right. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you just say, I'll avoid them and I'll come back later. But of course I'm cheating, so I ain't avoiding shit. I'm just gonna fight them all.
Right.
Yeah, I mean the game is all right. It's all right. Just that with the open worldness, obviously, I forget the story though. I forget. I go back and that's like, oh yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm supposed to be helping this lady who's stuck in my head. Cause like in the last game, you had like this demon in you. This time you got this lady's soul in you. Because something happened to her and you're trying to help her, but also I think the person who she was working for is trying to do something, take over the world, I guess, or something like that. But the banter is funny. Like it's still pretty funny. I just want to know, are there Asian people really talking for these people? Because
after we talked about that the last time, I looked it up, and the main dude was not.
The main dude's not Asian?
No.
Wow, and they get away with it. They get away with it?
I mean, they seemingly have so far.
Oh, okay. So,
I mean, I haven't seen it become a big deal, but yeah, after I looked that up and I saw that, I was like, ooh.
That's amazing that they get away with it. So, okay. I mean, but like, man, because he does make himself try to sound like he's speaking broken English.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, whatever. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Hey, I'm just gonna say this. I will say it's racist until Africans start playing as African Americans in movies. then I'll say it's racist. So right now, it's not racist because that's not racist apparently. So fuck it. All right. We're at, also, I played some Persona 5 Strikers. I finally got into that game, and it is just this is almost like a Persona game, just that with a different battle system, really. And it's similar to Dynasty Warriors, but it's not really like you're not traveling the whole world and a whole bunch of enemies are around. You get to a certain part, there's an enemy, and then it gets to the battle mode, just like in a Persona game. It's just that the battle mode is just different. Now you're just, it's more action than, your traditional RPG. Mm-hmm. So that's really what it is, and that's why I think why people liked it, who like Persona 5. I think that's why they easily like this game, because of that nature. And that's cool. It's like, it feels like a continuation of the Persona 5 story. It's like, oh, this is actually a different way of how the other games have done theirs. That it actually feels like this is part of that universe. It's part of that story. So I do like that. What else have I played? I played some Guardians of the Galaxy. The game, because it's on Game Pass now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is what probably the Avengers should have been. Really, I mean, Avengers could have been similar to this. Maybe have some multiplayer elements to it, like co-op. That's it. Not Dynasty. I mean, that's a Dynasty. Destiny kind of thing they did try to do. Like so far, playing this, I like it. I mean, it feels like a third-person action game. With some great dialogue, in between the characters and things of that nature. I'm still at the very beginning. Like, I just played some of this because really, the games I really played most this week was Shadow Warrior 2 and Persona 5 Strikers. And whenever I got time to get on the Oculus. So I just tried this game out for a day. I didn't finish like the first stage section, but using the combos and everything they seem all right. They seem okay. I mean, I'll play some more to see if I don't like it or not. I mean, it's different. I kind of wish I could switch characters and play as them, but all you can do is really command them to use their powers. But the combos be pretty good, though. Like, I do like it. Though I still do wish you could just switch characters. And like I said, the banter is pretty funny, too, with between, Rocket, Groot, and everybody. Like, that's what I'm with really right now. It's with Rocket and Groot. So, I mean, the other guys are calling through radio or something, but we're down on the planet trying to find this monster for, I guess, a bounty. All right. So, what else have I played? I just played a little bit of Young Souls, which is it's new on Game Pass, but it's a game that came out like 2 years ago, I believe.
Okay. Yeah,
it's a co-op. It's a co-op beat 'em up. I played very little of it. It seemed like it's fun, but when I read it was an online co-op, so I was gonna call my friend and say, "Hey, download this." I said, "Forget it." And I looked online to see like, was the other versions online co-op? Like, did they turn to that? And the Steam version wasn't either. And I think some guy asked, like, "Why isn't this online co-op?" It's like, I would really love this game, but it wasn't. And then he said, like, "Don't tell me to use whatever it's called. It's something online you could do to link with other people to play games."
Oh yeah, I know Steam has that stuff kind of built in now, I think, and then you can also use like Parsec, I think.
But like the guy says, like, that stuff doesn't always work great, and it all depends on your connection. So everybody still kept saying it, like, use this, and then like somebody in the comments even said that, "Yo, I'm right with you, man. Like, I that's the only reason I didn't buy the game when I found out it wasn't online." And it's funny how you say that don't say use Parsec or whatever, and they still say, people are still telling you to use it.
Ain't nobody looking at comments, Dominic.
Yeah, the guy said, he said, "I don't know why." But a lot of people are saying, "Hey, because the game wasn't made for that. Some games aren't made to be online." I was like, but what's about this game that it wasn't made to be? Like, I don't see the necessity of being couch. You know what I mean? I can see it being both. But then I think the developer did comment on it. That it said that because of cost and time, we couldn't do it. That's what they said. And that's what I want. See, I want you to tell me that.
Right.
I want you to tell me that. Now, for you, I don't know these guys. So I'm going to assume I understand in your position of not doing that because you're probably a smaller studio. And I guess, I don't know. I guess you couldn't. I mean, I guess it just will cost too much for you guys. Maybe it wasn't in the budget for that. But I don't understand these bigger studios like the Lego games, why they stopped doing it. Ain't no fucking excuse. Yeah, those games sell like, it's WB games, man. It's like, whatever. Like WB. Yeah, so they got tons of money that they fucking cheated people out of. Like, all those shits they had people buy. It's like, you can afford to have goddamn online. Like, it doesn't, like, I'm sorry. Couch co-op should be just an option. Like, couch and online should be options. Like, if it's a co-op game, I feel like, yo, you gotta be, come on, or do P2P or something. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't, like, do something where, you don't have to have a server. Make it so, like, it's the people's, or whoever has connection, it's some better connection, has it, but damn, give me the option to play. Yeah, it just seems weird. But also I played Kentucky Route Zero. Like that just came on Game Pass.
I saw that too. Yeah.
I knew nothing about this game. Man, every time I kept seeing it, I didn't know what it was. I finally tried it. It kind of reminds me of what's that game I played? Oh god, shit. They got a sequel coming out. Not Night in the Woods. Not Night in the Woods. The other one.
Oh wow, shit. Oxenfree.
Yeah, Oxenfree. Okay, so it kind of reminds me of Oxenfree. The way it goes, except for they don't talk. I have to read everything. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Night in the Woods. But other than that, it's kind of that mystery, story-driven game, and a little. The reason I say Oxenfree, I mean, it looks kind of like, the way it plays is kind of like Oxenfree, but also how it's kind of suspenseful and kind of not scary, but supernatural.
Yeah,
it feels
seems moody.
Yeah. All right, so that's what I played this week. So I guess we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to the flashback segment.
All right.
And then we're flashbacking to 2012, 10 years ago this week. We have I Am Alive on the Xbox Live Arcade. I remember seeing this. And, Ubisoft made this game. Yeah,
it was like Earthquake or something. And it seemed like people were excited about it. Like it was going to be... like maybe not Resident Evil levels because it was still an Xbox Live game, but it was definitely starting to get into that area where you see bigger games on there, and it was like, ooh, could this be really good? And then it turned out to be like, okay.
Yeah, this very okay, like 69 on Metacritic for Xbox, 75 on PS3. Why did that get higher?
Because the sheer power of the Xbox, the PlayStation, I think that's right.
And 66 on PC. All right, so what else we got here? We got Fun Mini Golf Touch for the WiiWare. Oh, they showing WiiWare games up here. I guess I don't know what this is. I don't know how good it is.
Yeah, sounds like it could be fun if it was actually decent.
We also got Birds of Steel. I'm assuming that's planes, and yes, it is. And it's a combat simulator that actually has okay score, but IGN gave it an 8.5. The Metacritic was 73, so it was good. It's made by Konami. It says, it's like the game includes more than 100 non-fictional planes, 20 historical missions, and hundreds of procedural missions over 16 different locations, including Pearl Harbor and Wake Island. Yeah, awesome. Now they could do a Birds of Steel 2, and they can have that what was that Clav plane, whatever. That was happening in Ukraine that was shooting down
the
Russians.
The
Ghost. Yeah, they should do that. They should do the Ghost of, what's it called? Ghost of Clav? What's it called?
Kiev. Ghost of Kiev.
Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if that's real, but it would still be fun in a video.
No, but who gives a shit? It's funny how on Black Twitter, I have mostly black people who are following. I heard none about that shit. I go to fucking look into video game stuff on my other Twitter account. I'm just seeing like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this dude talking about? It's like, I say, God, I can say this, black people ain't talking about the Ukrainian war. Yeah. But I go over to just look at video games. That's all the fuck. I see those flags everywhere. I ain't never seen, I swear to God, never seen a Ukrainian flag in my life. I think I see them more, I see them more in my lifetime than ever. I mean, this is ridiculous. And we had a Ukrainian dude who worked at Target with us. I hated him. I hated him. Doesn't mean I hate the Ukrainian people, but I did hate him. Where are we at here? We got Mario Party 9 came out for the Wii. Yeah. Yes. This is the best Mario Party. It's like, I have no idea.
This one with a gimmick like a mic or something? Doesn't look like it. Never mind.
I don't know. But it says 80 all new minigames. And the Metacritic gave it 73.
Okay.
Destructoid gave it 7.5.
I feel like that game just gets a 7, like automatically. They're just like,
Game Informer gave it a 5.75. Like Game Informer.
Look at Game Informer being spicy.
They always seem to give Mario Party low scores when I used to read the magazines.
Yeah.
Like, that's always thought, like, but this game always sells, but y'all don't like it. So what the hell? Let's say it's like so I honestly never played a Mario Party game. So I don't know nothing. Like I don't know what kind of mini games they have. Like if I will find them fun or not, I have no idea. All right, FIFA Street came out. FIFA Street was still coming out 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That must have been like a reboot or something, and then I guess it failed because I ain't never heard it again.
Also known as FIFA Street 4 and FIFA Street 2012.
And I don't see they don't have the Metacritic up here.
That one's stuck around, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that was probably better to get that to sell because of people love soccer around the world. EA Canada worked on it. I wonder how the Canadians do people like the Canadians working on this stuff?
They don't know soccer.
All right, what else we have here? We got Journey for the PS Face. Oh, damn, it's been 10 years since Journey. Damn, for some reason,
I don't want to feel this old, Dominic.
I thought it was longer. I thought it's been older.
Yeah. It does feel like it's been a long time since Journey came out.
Good God, 10 years. This game that I also say people talk about, never played it.
Oh, it was such a cool experience because like you're going through the entire time, and then at a certain point, like I don't know, a third of the way into the game, I think you kind of meet up with this other person, and then I don't know if you don't really realize that it's another like human being. Because they never talk, you don't have voice chat or anything like that. And they're just kind of going around with you. And then eventually you get to the end and you reach the end of your journey. And then it flashes up like, hey, you were playing with this player name or whatever. You're like, oh shit, it was a real human being the entire time. But just the game in general was cool.
Yeah, I heard stories of that. Like people following people and then they lose them. Say, oh no, what happened to them?
Yeah.
But yeah, it seemed like it does. Yeah, it did seem like a good experience. I mean, it got a 92 on Metacritic. Like, I mean, people love that game.
Yeah, the gameplay is very solid.
All right, so now we got Naruto Shippuden. Shippuden. For some reason, I got some on my fucking screen. It made it look like it was an R, and I was like, what? I don't remember that. All right, Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations came out. One of those Naruto games that it has that fighting style that's kind of like a ring, but it's all 3D-ish that I'm not really a big fan of. I don't know Generations means because there's so many of these type of games. Like, so I don't know what's really the timeline. Timeline. I can tell you this. I'm seeing this Naruto right here, like all orange in this picture. I'm actually at that part of the season where he gets to be that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan Naruto.
Yeah, basically. All right, we got Reality Fighters on the PS Vita. Is that an AR game?
Yeah, that was the one that used like the camera.
Okay. We also got Ridge Racer for the PS Vita. Ridge Racer. I guess, is that series dead?
It sure seems like it, doesn't it? Because it used to be like definitive launch title for any system. It's like you're going to get a Ridge Racer. And
we have Shoot Mini Robots on the PSN. It was on Xbox Live Arcade also.
Oh, yeah.
I did play the demo of this game. And I mean, it was, what was it? Just an action game? Or it was isometric? I think it was isometric type of action. Shoot 'em game.
Mm.
It got a 70 on Metacritic for PC, 67 on Xbox 360. What to say? This is something I saw something about BioShock and Mass Effect. Why? It says in this first original release from the developer, previously known for the support work on games such as Rock Band, BioShock, and Mass Effect. Oh, okay, so they've done support work for them. All right, support work. Can't even talk. I need to wet my lips. Shit! I left my water downstairs. All right, let's hurry we get through this. All right. So what else we got here? We got Silent Hill Downpour. Came out. This is the Silent Hill when it's raining. So that's the big difference. It's like it's, I don't know. It did not get really great scores. It got 64, 68. Silent Hill survival horror game, very scary. A game I will never play, really. All right, so what else we here? We got Tales of Grace, another Tales game came out. Did people like this Tales game? It got okay scores. It got 77. So it was good. It was no Arise, but you know, can't always be great. All right, so but yeah, just a RPG. Okay, and we got a game called Warp. I've seen this around. Warp.
Puzzle game. Oh yeah,
probably from EA. Yeah, because it was probably on EA's goddamn. What's it called? EA Origin or something like that. I probably saw it too.
I think we also talked about it when it came out on Xbox.
Okay.
Not that long ago. That little robot guy.
And it's got decent scores. It got a high score Metacritic on PS3, 79, 72 on 360, and 74 on PC. But Edge gave it an 8. Game Informer didn't like it though. They gave it a 6.75. And GameSpot didn't like it. They gave it a 6.5, but IGN liked it. Gave it 8.5. So it's kind of all over the place. Yeah. All right, so what we have here? Yakuza Dead Souls, a Yakuza game that I'd never heard of this game. And, look at the guns they got. Shit, what kind of... like, I'm used to him just using his fists.
Exactly. That's what you got to do when you got zombies coming after you.
Oh, survival horror. Oh, is this canon? Is this canon to the...
No, it is not canon.
So, what is this? Dead Souls is a non-canonical side story set during April 2011, 1 year after the events of Yakuza 4. A sudden outbreak causes the residents of Kamurocho to become zombies who can bite victims to continue spreading the plague. Okay, so I guess that's a cool concept. What they give it? Oh, Metacritic gave it 64 out of 100. Not great. But I guess it kept Yakuza fans busy until the next installment came out, until 5. All right, so that is it for 2012. Now we're going back 20 years, 2002. And Grandia 2 came out for the Windows, but it had already came out for the Dreamcast and PlayStation 2 and everything. So, yeah. So we also got Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. Now, this is the game I was really looking forward to. And no. It wasn't this one. It was the one before this one. It was the one with the Naboo fighter on the front. What the fuck was that called? Just Starfighter. I think it was just called Starfighter. And this was Jedi Starfighter, which is the sequel. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so this one I didn't really pay attention to much. But this is a sequel to Starfighter. So I'm guessing you're just paying... Yeah, that ship's ugly. I never did like that Jedi ship. All right, yeah, it's that ship from Attack of the Clone. Whatever. It looks like those ships that you see in like those games like Galaga or something that you're supposed to shoot at and blow up.
Yeah, it does.
All right, that's the plot here. Set before and during the Battle of Geonosis. Geonosis. The story features Jedi Master Adi Gallia, okay, whatever, and the hot-headed pirate from the previous game, Nim. As Gallia tests out the Republic's new weapon, the Jedi Starfighter, she meets Nim, now forcibly exiled from his base of operations on Loke by the Trade Federation. In the first game, the Trade Federation is greedily seeking to create potent weapon with which to use in the upcoming Clone Wars conflict and expand on the growing separatist movement that is expanding to oppose the Republic. Many old favorite characters from the original game are included in this, including Nim's chattery Toydarian partner, Reddy, and most of Nim's old new crew. New characters include Jenkins, a Bith, briefly mentioned in Star Wars Starfighter, Captain Orsay, a brave cruiser pilot, Cole, Nim's demolition expert, and the evil Captain Toth, the leader of the Saboth mercenary army. God, these fucking names. And the mastermind who came up with the deadly Hex missile that the Trade Federation wants to use in the upcoming conflict. All right, so that sounds boring. but it seems like it's no, I mean, it seemed like it's pretty probably seemed like fun. I mean, what they give this game? It got a 81 on PlayStation 2. And the Metacritic 78 on Xbox. Let's see. Game Informer gave it 8.5. GamePro gave it 3.5 stars. GameSpot gave it a 7. So it's all over the place, man. I see 9s in some places and like 8s. I mean, yeah. But I see more good scores than bad. So the bad scores are wrong, or they could be right, and the other guys were paid off. One or the other. There's only those two choices, Daniel. All right, only so what we got here? Hot Shots Golf 3. Yes, I believe this is the first one on PS2. I want to say. I don't remember saying one for PS2.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yes. And, yeah, the first game released on PlayStation 2. And it got, what is the Metacritic here? We got an 85 out of 100. Yep, so it's pretty good. I never did Hot Shots Golf. I didn't know, because I always still thought of it as like regular golf.
Yeah.
Because Mario Golf, because it's Mario, so I thought like, oh, that could be fun. But Hot Shots Golf, I didn't think about it then until I finally like read about the game. I was like, oh, I should have been getting this game. This is actually
secretly the better Mario Golf.
Yeah, I say I should have been getting this game. I didn't give it a chance, and I call myself a play slave. What they call them on the? I forgot they call them PlayStation people. All right. What else we have? We got Sled Storm on the PlayStation 2. Look at that. That's an EA Sports big, man. The extreme snowmobile racing. I ain't never seen snowmobile racing in real life.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
I think so.
Okay.
Pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I just never seen it before. Because I was like, do people even do this? Like, why is it not on ESPN or anything?
It's on like ESPN 10.
All right, we got Triple Play 2002. Still called Triple Play. And I remember this cover. Did Foot have this game? I don't know. I know he had one of those Triple Play games. I don't know if it was this one. But they got the Diamondbacks. I think the Diamondbacks won the World Series the year before. They beat the Yankees. Luis Gonzalez. I don't remember him. Yeah, Triple Play because they changed it to MVP Baseball eventually. Mm-hmm. All right, Mad Maestro is on the PlayStation 2. I did see this. Yes, you're a conductor. I read about this game. And I thought it was like, oh, this is a fucking weird-ass game. What the fuck is going on over here? And they got 65 out of 100. They didn't get great scores. The highest score is Eurogamer. They give it a 9 out of 10. Everybody else is around the 6s and 7.
Wow.
But yeah, I remember reading this like, hey, you got to be a conductor. I guess you use the analog sticks or something to the tempo. I don't know. Yeah. Or was just buttons.
Didn't have move controllers back in those days.
I was about to say, yeah. All right. We got, I remember this game also. Mr. Mosquito.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this. Are these made published by the same guys? Because it looks like the same kind of cover as Maestro.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So, Mr. Mosquito, I kind of wanted this game.
Fresh Games.
I sort of wanted this game, but I saw the review scores weren't great. What they gave it? They gave it a 7 out of 10. I was like, like, I don't want to use my hard-earned cash that I got from summer jobs to do this. But it sounded like a cool concept. You'd be a mosquito. I guess it's like a timer to suck the blood off somebody before they smack their hand and kill you.
So weird.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Yep, this is the game that Foot had. Agent Under Fire 007. James Bond game. I believe it's the first one on the PS2, I want to say. I don't remember another one. Or first original one? Let me see. Whatever. Yeah, well, let me see. It says based off the film The World Is Not Enough. They couldn't use, I guess, his likeness. What's his name?
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, they couldn't use his likeness because he said no. And so but this game got rated 72 out of 100 on PS2, 74 on GameCube, and 71 on Xbox. They didn't get good great scores. Yeah, you wasn't gonna get your James Bond from N64 era.
Yeah.
But I guess it was just fine.
I remember at that time everybody was just hoping like every James Bond game was gonna be the next GoldenEye finally.
Yeah, exactly.
given EA all this hope, because they switched over to EA being the publisher at that point too, and it was like they're gonna make a good one this time. Oh look, no, they got Sean Connery in this one. This one's gonna be good.
Yeah,
none of them ended up being that great.
And also, let me see. Darn, I mean, the scores are all now. This score is all over the place. I mean, you see some Game Informer. Oh my god, I'm glad I didn't listen to Game Informer. I'm glad I had Foot get that game first.
10 out of 10
before I even attempted, because 9.25 out of 10.
Oh wow.
I mean, darn, I would have been probably a little disappointed. But I say, this doesn't feel like a 9.25. Because look at this, GameSpot 6.8, IGN 7.9, Nintendo Power 3.6 out of 5. GameSpot gave it a high on GameCube. I don't know why. I mean, probably a different person reviewed it. Game Zone, wherever the fuck they are, they gave it an 8 out of 10. EGM, man, they gave it a 5.17 on Xbox, probably for the graphics, because they gave the PS2 one a 4.83. So yeah, this doesn't seem like it was great. Yeah, the reception was kind of mostly bad, but Game Informer helped them get up there, helped that Metacritic out. It's like, yeah, we take that money. They'll take the money. All right. So what else we have here? Okay, that's just Jedi Starfighter for the Xbox. All right, we got also Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny for the PlayStation 2 came out.
Yeah.
In Japan. So this is the first release of that game. This game, I believe, yeah, it got decent reviews. I had this game. I don't remember anything about this game though. Darn, I'm not on the Wikipedia page. You on the Wikipedia page?
Yeah.
Okay, what they get?
It got a 84 on Metacritic.
All right. Oh yeah, so yeah, pretty good. I got it because
I gave it a 7.9. IGN gave it an 8.9.
Damn, they don't have Game Informers up here.
No.
But I did like the first one, so I definitely got this one. I think I got this one when it was like $20. And see, this was a day when the game sold like a certain amount, PlayStation will make it go down to $20. And it didn't take that long, really, to go down to $20. It took like maybe a year. And I think that's why I bought it. I think I just bought it a year later. I think I bought the first one a year later, and I bought the second one a year later. Yeah, and the third one I bought for $20 also. I bought that a year later, like when it came out. Yeah, it didn't take long for these games to just drop in price, but to drop in to $20. Now it all depends. Like if the game doesn't sell well and they're just trying to get out there, they have those sales. But you got to catch them. You got to catch the sale. It's not a permanent. It's not permanent.
It's not a permanent price drop.
Yeah,
the same
but while here it was permanent. Like, hey, went down $20.
All the player's choice and greatest hits and all that stuff.
Platinum
hits.
Yeah.
The
platinum one. I always hated that one.
I
like the box art. Yeah,
the border around it looked bad. Same with player's choice. I didn't like that yellow banner on them.
Well, yeah,
greatest
that too.
hits was kind of like, I really like these. I want all of my games to look like greatest hits.
No, you want the red one, but and then I think some of them, it was just the outside cover that had it, and when you took it off, it was a regular one. I don't know. I guess it was like, that was
kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like, I think it was more like, we still got these cases. Let's just put a wrap on them. And so
exactly.
All right. So that is it for the flashback segment. So now, since we couldn't do covers last week, we're going to do it this week. So the flashback covers, we're starting with 10 years ago with EGM. And who we got on the front here? We got Borderlands 2. It's the end of the world as we know it. I think that's a song. That's a song, isn't it?
Yes.
The song is from Independence Day. That's where it's from.
And I feel fine, yes.
It never came out before that. So, yes. Borderlands 2 exclusive preview. I was kind of excited for this game. I mean, I did like 1. But it had its problems. But seeing 2, I was like, 2 looks pretty good. I say, maybe I'll join this one and play with Foot with. What we got here? Can Resident Evil 6 revive the survival horror genre? No, it will not. That game was not survival horror. Like, it was not survival about that damn game. That game was fucking action. All right. Chuck's 5 was barely survival horror. Yeah. And 6 was definitely, man. I mean, 6 was so weird, though. It was just weird. Like, the concept was very weird. it was cool though, because it would be like you be with somebody online, or I guess I don't know if it's couch. I think it's yet to be online. You can be with two people, just like in 5.
Mm-hmm.
But you get to a section where you meet up with other two people who are playing another storyline, and then y'all come together. Like you'll wait a little bit to see like who's close to this part, like to match up with them. We playing with two other people who are like they were playing a game together, and like they're two different characters, and they kind of meet up together and we kind of shoot. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is a cool concept.
Yeah, it was a bad game, but that was pretty neat how they did that. Though I'm guessing later ones, I guess you just go play with the computer mates, because I'm like, ain't gonna be that many people probably meeting you at this point.
Yeah.
All right, so what else they got here? They have EGM previews, Darksiders 2, Deadlight, and Crater. What is that?
I don't know, Crater.
And they have here the rise and fall of THQ. Well, it's gonna come back. It's gonna rise again.
Unfortunately. Maybe.
But I didn't think so at this time. When it fell, I thought it was just gone. All right, the EGM interview, David Adams and Joe Maduria. Who are these guys? Maduria. I don't know who these guys are. 20 multi-person reviews inside. All right, so what else we have here? We got Edge, and we got, oh man, look at this. Far Cry 3. What's his name?
Yep. Voss.
Yeah, Voss. Like the definition of insanity. That guy in that preview. And yeah, Far Cry 3 was awesome. That game was great. And then they made it like 3 more times. hey, that thing, 3 more that game, 3 more times
plus a primal one.
Oh yeah, primal. I think that's it. Is there another side story? I mean, that was his own game,
there
right?
was like Blood Dragon, and then there was also the one they did for 4.
5. What about 5?
Or 5, yeah. 5.
But that was his own game, right? The 5 one? Like the
it was
one
a
that came in?
standalone thing, right?
Yeah. So they continue that. Shucks, not 3 more times, like 5 more times or something like that. Shit.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, like people loved it. I mean, I loved it. I liked it. I didn't finish it. I know you went back to it and finished it. And yeah, it was fun. I mean, but then I understand how people got tired, because like you're going around, get on the tower, open this area up, do these little missions and stuff around the area to clean it up. Then you go to another tower, and then that's how all the games are. Now, I mean, if you like that, that's cool. That's fine. But like now, maybe I could get into it. Or maybe another 2 years. Because I did beat 4 like 2 years ago. I think I played 4. Yeah, I gotta get space. I gotta give you space in between, like, because these are the same.
Yeah, because they really, and it's not even just the gameplay too. Like very much the like charismatic villain also.
Yes,
it all feels very samey.
All right, so what else we have here? We got official PlayStation magazine.
Oh yeah,
and what they have in the front, Starhawk. It is Warhawk's successor. Warhawk was that
tank
spaceship
game?
fight. Was it tank? I thought there were spaceships.
So was that?
But maybe it's both. Maybe it's both. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I guess it was in the sky stuff. I was thinking it was on the ground, and then Starhawk came along and was the aerial stuff.
Yeah, I remember. It's like one of the early PS3 games. And
lots of motion controls, I'm sure.
Yeah, it probably definitely was. Oh yeah, there are some tanks. There are some tank stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, because it shows a multiplayer, and so yeah, it looked like it's a lot of Let me just read it. Like aerial warfare, like something like that, like a futuristic one. I don't know if you ever go in space though. They look like something that's weird and spacey, but it could be just futuristic. But Warhawk seemed like he's more deal with the battles on the ground. And like, so it's almost like they were saying that you could bind the two games, like somebody can play multiplayer in Warhawk and somebody can play multiplayer in Starhawk, and kind of the same thing. I don't know if that ever fucking happened.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
But yeah, they showed that off. V-Day, PS Vita Day, launch guide. So they show all the things for what you could get for the PS Vita. Trophies, platinum in less than 10 hours. Okay. Is this when trophies kind of first appeared? It had to be before that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. No, it could have been around that time because it was definitely later into the launch of the PS3.
Yeah. Also reviewed Kingdoms of Amalur, Soul Calibur 5, NFL Blitz, Never Dead. Never Dead. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's the one where you pulled like your head off and your arms and legs off, I think.
That's right.
It was really bad.
Zombies and Cheerleaders. Oh yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw, a game that I never played, but I wanted to play.
Written by James Gunn.
Yeah. Oh, it was written by James Gunn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that was definitely one where it was like, I like the style of this, but I never got around to playing it because I think it got like relatively mediocre scores.
Yeah, it got it did.
So it was like, okay, the gameplay's not there.
Game Informer, they had a nice cover. The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a very nice cover. Two-sided cover here. I was kind of waiting for this game, and then I just watched it on YouTube. And it was great. The story was great. All right, so that's it for 2012. Then we're going back 20 years to 2002, and PC Gamer got on the front here. Tomb Raider. Look at her holding up the hands crossed. Her those guns crossed up. New engine, new attitude. Laura's most ambitious game ever. Oh yeah, they revamped her. That's what I'm talking about. This is what's going to be called Angel of Darkness, right?
Yep. And we all know how that turned out.
Yeah, I mean, people didn't buy it, but it was the best one ever, and they need to go back to it.
Sure, yeah, That's such a shame what that ended up being. Just bad.
This is the 8th annual PC Gamer Awards are inside. Also, GeoForce 4. Woo! Faster than ever.
Goodness gracious. 4, and we're on 3090 now. It's been so many years, Dominic.
Hands-on reports. Soldier of Fortune 2, Double Helix. Freedom Force. Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind. Woo! And Age of Wonders 2. Mafia. La Cosa Nostra.
Yeah.
I don't know that one. Is that like a...
I just assumed that was Mafia.
I didn't know it had a subtitle.
I didn't think it did, but maybe it was given one, or maybe this is just a completely different game. Or maybe they were just like La Costa Nostra because people say that after in Italian movies.
Yeah. All right. Sid Meier's Sim Golf. Yep. Reviewed. And EverQuest Shadows of Luclin. Luclin. I don't know what the hell is this. PC Gamer versus the Taliban. Okay. I don't know what that is.
Oh my God. Yep. That's a fucking 2002 ass thing right there, Dominic.
It said, don't miss this. Okay.
Yes.
Are they playing them in a game?
Yeah.
Are they playing
esports against the Taliban?
They're playing them in Medal of Honor or something like that or something?
No, they played them in Soldier of Fortune so they could blow their heads off and arms off and stuff. Good Lord.
Oh, that's right. Soldier of Fortune did have that.
Yep.
All right, so where are we at now? We are at GamePro, and I'm looking at Dragon Ball Z, the Legacy of Goku on Game Boy Advance. I know some people are really happy with this. It's like, yes, a Dragon Ball game that's in America that's like being known. Like some games be over here, I'd never heard of them. Like it'd be Dragon Ball games, and that's like, oh man. Then I play them, then I was like, oh, this sucks. All right, so I don't know how the Legacy of Goku went. Was that like an RPG?
I think it was. It says collectible card game here, so I'm thinking it was like a full card game.
Oh fuck, it's a card game. Yeah, and that's why I didn't really care about it. Okay, there you go. But I wonder how well it did though.
Yeah.
Was it better than Pokemon?
I don't think it was better than Pokemon. I think I remember this game, but I didn't play much of it. I'm sure I touched it on the emulator at some point.
But yeah, this was Game Boy Advance. Then you have this was exclusive to GamePro. Nobody had this but them. Also, Sonic Advance, Sonic 2, Battle on the GameCube, Maximo. There you go. And what they got here? NBA 2K2, Virtua Fighter 4, Tekken Advance, Max Payne, Onimusha. Oh no, Gemma Onimusha. Oh, that's like Onimusha with some extra shit, right?
Yeah.
For the Xbox? Yeah. All right. Where am I at? You got High Heat, Major League Baseball 2003, Jet Set Radio Future, and they got down here Smash Brothers, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Wolfenstein, The Return of Wolfenstein, which there's a VR game of that that somebody put up.
Really?
I might try those games out, like the Doom and this, just to see what they look like. And then they're going to break my Oculus. All right, so let's see what we got here. Where we at? We are at official Xbox magazine. Now, the official Xbox magazine actually started when the Xbox released. I totally forgot. Because I was thinking it was like maybe down the line they started doing the magazine to see how well it does. But no,
I knew where the money was.
Yeah,
Dominic.
they said they got the magazine. So now on the front of here, you got Tony Hawk 3. They're finally getting it, Daniel. They're finally getting Tony Hawk 3 after they had the Tony Hawk times 2, whatever the fuck it was called. That came out when it came out.
X2 yeah.
Official playable first. I guess they talking about Tony Hawk 3? I don't know. Also, missing in action. What's the deal with Metal Gear Solid X, Grand Theft Auto 3, Final Fantasy 11? Oh, were these promised to Xbox at a time or something?
You know, I remember a lot of talk of Grand Theft Auto 3 coming to the Xbox, and that never happening until like that collection or whatever, right? Like that was a big deal because I don't know if it was ever official or if it was just rumors, but there was a lot of talk of a lot of those games coming over.
Yeah, they did. What did the game Xbox get a Metal Gear? Subsistence, right?
I was gonna say, yeah. Was that it?
Yeah, I think that was the first time they ever got Metal Gear Solid 2. They never did get a 1. I mean, you had to wait till
not until that collection.
360.
Or did that even?
I think the 360.
Wasn't that weird where it was like? Oh no,
you never got. You never got Metal Gear Solid 1. I think on the Xbox console officially.
So
I don't think they did. Yeah, they had 2 because I played 2 on Xbox. I played 3 on Xbox. 360. But yeah. All right. Where are we at here? It says it's even better on Xbox. Okay. Why is it better on Xbox? Massive new level, drastically improved graphics, same great game.
I was gonna say because it looked better.
Reckless. I was a little jealous of Reckless because it looked good from the screenshots.
Is that the smashy up car game?
Yeah. And sink your teeth into these beauties. Oh, this was Buffy Vampire Slayer game. Yeah, I read about that game.
That was a big deal. I think people like that, right?
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Blood Omen 2. People love that series. It needs to come back.
Yeah.
Blood Rain. Yes, people love that.
People love that series.
Yeah, the butt. Plus 10 easy steps to become a Halo god. Okay, I need to read this magazine because I'll be losing to these kids in this new Halo game. SSX, the trickiest shortcuts, and take the Xbox challenge. What the fuck's the Xbox challenge? It's only been out for like, 3 months or something like that. Or
if it's anything like the modern day Xbox challenges, it's find one in a store.
All right, so where we at? Oh, yes, the unofficial PlayStation magazine.
Oh, yeah.
They usually have the good covers. And we got sexy lady from Virtua Fighter 4.
Yes.
I don't know
this
her
one
name.
Doesn't seem that bad though. In the grand scheme of PSM covers, outside of it's getting hot.
It's very tame.
Or is it getting hot?
Like it's like a lady after a workout. I mean, you can see that at the gym. You see people with less clothes at the gym. Is it getting hot in here? Did that move? I don't think that song came out yet though. I think it came out that year. Did it? The Nelly song? Yeah. This is kind of early. They knew what was coming.
He made that off of this cover. He was just reading PSM. And it's like, yeah, it is getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes.
Yeah. All right. Star Wars, Jedi Starfighter, and Racer Revenge. Also, PS3, Sony's master plan revealed. Ooh, man, we already talking PS3 now. Fighting games return. Hands-on Virtua Fighter 4. I did have this game on the PlayStation. I remember I got it like the week of. I mean, like I got it when it was cheaper. I think it was like went down to $20. I picked it up and I said I was gonna play this all weekend. Then I got punished and my mom took my PlayStation 2 away. And then my sister's boyfriend was playing. I heard him playing it. It pissed me the fuck off. I was like in my sister's room. I said, why my PlayStation 2 in my sister's room? I was like, why is it in there? All right, so what we got here? willing slaves. Good. I don't understand that for the Virtual Fighter 4, but whatever. Plus Tekken 4, Soul Calibur 2, Mortal Kombat 5. Yay!
Yeah, it's Deadly Alliance.
Yep. Maximo's secrets, hidden treasures can be yours. His hidden boxers. All right, so SSX on dirt bikes. We test ride freak style.
Oh, I remember that game. I think that had like officially licensed people in it too, like the Metal Militia.
Oh,
who
okay.
were dudes that used to do like motocross stuff.
Darn, this tag messed things up here for the address because it's talking about the Resident Evil movie that's coming out.
Then there's something too. What 2 could they be talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
When did?
Clona 2.
No,
Clona 2. I think that already came out. All right. What else we have here? We got Edge 20 years ago. They got something going on here. This is a Japanese issue, apparently. I want to say, like, this is Maximo and this is a samurai kind of outfit, because I don't know what else it would be.
It's so weird.
And that lady got some big boobies.
This feels like a very PSM cover, Dominic.
Yeah. This is definitely a PSM cover. Oh, it says Special Japan issue previewed. Vex. Rhizome. What is Rhizome? Rally Sport Challenge. Barbarian. Jedi Starfighter. They reviewed Jet Set Radio. Future. Virtual Fighter 4. Hurdy-gurdy. Gemma Onimusha. And PSO version 2. Is that what's
apparently Rhizome is a
Fantasy Star Online version 2
MMORPG.
What'd you say?
It's apparently an MMORPG that might still be around.
Oh, Ryzen?
Rhizome. Yeah.
Oh, is it better than Fantasy Star Online version 2?
From MMORPG.com, it's a 7.4 out of 10.
What does it look like?
Looks like not very stylized, like more realistic than a World of Warcraft, but also like graphics that are very poor because it's a very old game.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like a 2002 game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So now we're going back 30 years. Game Informer magazine 30 years ago. They used to have bi-monthly
I wasn't even born
issues.
yet, Dominic.
You said you wasn't even born.
Wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, whatever. We got Bubsy. Bubsy the cat. Everybody loved Bubsy. Everybody loved him.
What happened, Dominic?
I don't know what happened. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if everybody loved it. Listen, I know I liked him.
Yeah.
I mean, I kept tripping because he had that animation where you just trip over a rock and you go fast and boop, you just trip. It's like, God damn it. I didn't know there was
we're not
hate.
Sonic here, Dominic.
No, there was definitely no Sonic. But I didn't know there was such hate for it until like I started listening to the gaming podcast.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, Bubsy, that horrible game. I was like, what? Oh, that's a childhood game of mine. I used to get that I got that a couple of times at freaking Blockbuster.
Yeah.
So what we got here? We got From Flashback to Viewpoint, our look at innovative animation. This is before computer animation. We ain't know computers can do the things they can do. Sounds joke. Winter CES update. What designers have up their sleeves for 93?
Man, Winter CES. I guess technically regular CES is Winter CES. So was there like a summer CES? What's happening?
I don't know. GI's History of Video Games, Part 2, the 8-bit era. It's like history's like it's not that long ago. Bubsy coming at you. And Claws. Encounters of the third kind. This is before furries. Before we got into furries. We didn't know they existed. All right, Victory. I don't know what that is. Game that's from. Oh, Battle It Out.
Bomberman.
And Bomberman. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Bomberman. Oh, okay. I never played Bomberman to N64.
Yeah, that's what Bomberman used to look like. You can't see the little knob on his head because the Victory's over.
All right, so now we going to our last magazine from 30 years ago. Street Fighter 2's on the front. Look at these. Look at this. Look at these drawings. Awesome. The awesome Street Fighter 2 Arcade Survival Guide and the Capcom 92 preview. I didn't know how big this thing was going to be. No idea. Controllers and joysticks. Grab hold of the top of new sticks on page 34.
Ooh.
New Super Nintendo. Contra 3. Super Adventure Island. New Genesis. Heavy Nova. Winter Games. I don't know none of them. And more. Tiny Toon Adventures. Donald Duck.
Ooh.
And Nightshade. And it says the results are in. Game Pro's Reader Choice Awards is on page 18. And they do Nintendo, Genesis, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16, Game Boy, Game Gear, and the Lynx.
Oh, yeah,
and
the Lynx.
Also watch the Game Pro TV show. Yep. And that is it for the flashback segment. So now we'll take a break. And when we get back, we'll get to the gaming news.
All right.
And we're back. And now we're getting to the gaming news. What we got, Dad?
All right, Dominic, now that COVID is officially over, and I'm deeming it as such because of this announcement, Super Nintendo World will be opening in Universal Studios is sometime in 2023. So I guess technically next year, COVID will officially be over.
Yeah.
Because through the healing power of Mario, we will see it through. Yeah, I don't know. I say I'm excited, but it's not like I'm like going to be the first one there or anything like that. But I did love the idea of this in the Universal Studios in Japan or wherever it was.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. And I definitely want to go to this place at some point. And I now at least have the excuse of having a child. Like, hey, we got to take her to go see Harry Potter or something. Actually, in reality, we got to go take her to see Nintendo because they're not problematic at all, Dom.
And the Simpsons Park.
Ah, yes, the Simpsons Park, which is probably just going to be like one statue by the time we get down there, because it definitely just feels like an afterthought right now. Like, especially now with all the Harry Potter stuff that they've got going on there. Like, it's still there, but it definitely like nobody's there, which is nice because then it's like, oh, if I want to break from people, I can just go to the Simpsons area. But also, that just means they're going to put less and less attention on keeping that thing up to date and fixed. So when does The Simpsons end and when do they just get rid of it?
But then get rid of it, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that would probably be a lot of work to.
Yeah.
It's better to just let it die a slow death.
It would be a lot of years later when they get rid of it. Because they're still going to be there after Simpsons are gone.
Yeah.
But but the COVID, because I have not been paying attention to the regulations, and I totally forgot my mask, and I was just going to the movies. I was like, oh shit, I gotta walk back to the car. And then
everyone around you did not have a mask.
Yeah. I was realizing like, the mandate's gone. It's like, and then I went to another store. I forgot a mask because I was like, just take with me. I said, oh shit. I said, well, I went to not Walmart, I think grocery store. I said, oh my God, I got my mask. But I see other people ask, I still haven't looked up the mandate, honestly, but I'm assuming it is down because I didn't see people wear a mask. I guess it's, what is it? As long as you're vaccinated, you don't need a mask or something like that? That's what it is?
I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I think it's not mandated anymore. And it's like, stores will still have like, hey, we prefer if you have a mask on. But I went to Aldi last week and it was like maybe like 50-50. People with masks and people without.
Yeah, I do see some people with masks, but I didn't see that sign because I was looking for that sign. Because I think I went into over here to Walgreens and I just walked in and I was like, oh shit, they might say something. I said, I was going to get my medicine. But then I saw like one of the workers that have a mask on. I was like, okay, I'm good. Like, I wasn't doing it for purpose. Like, I literally I forgot. I used to have it in my pocket, but I forgot that I had took it out to wash it. So I didn't have it on me. I was like, oh, God. I say, thank God, because I did not feel like going in the car or something like that. All right. So, but yeah. Okay, you can go ahead.
All right. So, I'm excited about that. Next up, Dominic, we got Advanced Wars is getting another delay. This time, seemingly not related to the game development, more so the current state of the world. Nintendo basically said due to recent events, they are going to be delaying Advance Wars until who knows when. They didn't give an official date. But yeah, it's pretty much war is happening and they're like, we got a war game. We don't know how this is going to sell.
I did not tie the two together. I just thought they did somewhere. They just said it was being delayed.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I could sit here and be like, oh, you should art from real world or whatever, disconnect. But it's nobody cares about the game anyway.
I was about to say, it doesn't look...
As an Advance Wars fan, I don't care because I wasn't excited about the way that game was turning out.
Yeah, you ain't like how the look of it and stuff.
Yeah. So it's whatever. Another delay. We'll see that come out eventually, or the end of the world will happen. One of the two.
Yep. Yes, this is a selfish thing. It's like, hey, I don't care about it, so it's all right. I can do it. While somebody else is probably like, I've been waiting for this all the time.
Go play the old one. It's better.
You'll have. There's plenty of games out there to hold you over.
Yes. All right. Speaking of plenty of games that are out there, Dominic, Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming out next week on the newer consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series family of consoles. There will be no upgrade path, but for the first 3 months, they will be lowering the price. It'll be $10 on the PS5 and $20 on the on the Series X family of consoles. And then when it goes back to full price, it will be $40. And then if you want to just buy Grand Theft Auto Online as a standalone product, PS5 users will get it for free, and Xbox users will get it for $10 for the first 3 months. And then that'll go to $20 after that time.
Now, the GTA Online free will be $10 after 3 months on PS5 too?
No, it'll be $20.
Oh, 20.
Yeah, no, so they both...
Okay.
Sorry.
The $20 is for both, aren't they? So it's $20 for just online?
Correct. It'll be $20 for just online or $40 for Grand Theft Auto 5. Once the sales are up. But it's $10 cheaper for Xbox users and then $10 cheaper than that for PlayStation users.
All right. I got it.
Yeah. I think that's all right. If they aren't going to do an upgrade path thing, and I don't...
No. I think it's fucking bullshit. I think this fucking game is so fucking old, and people already bought it on the last console. I mean,
it is, and that's why they don't need to buy this game again. So if they are going to buy it again, then you know what? There you go.
Is there a new server too? If you get this version, you're not playing with the people on the PS4.
That's how does has there been crossplay in those games in the past? I don't know. So I don't know how any of that works, to be honest with you. Crossplay. Is GTA crossplay? Unfortunately not. So I would imagine... I guess I don't know if PS4 and... Let's see if this article talks about it, because they do mention... Will be crossplay, Grand Theft Auto, PS4, PS5. I swear, these websites make, the longest articles about things that are not even real or consequential whatsoever.
Yeah.
This dude did 1,000 words on crossplay when the answer to my question is in the first sentence, which is no, it does not have crossplay. So I don't know. That is a good question. Whether you're going to be dealing with just PS5 people or Xbox Series people, because theoretically, you have an advantage if you are playing with older, people, right? You're going to load in quicker. Things are going to run at a higher frame rate. I wonder how that works out for them.
Yeah, but it sucks. I guess this is good as far as no regular upgrade, just free upgrade. This is the next best thing. But all I'm saying is that I'm not buying this game again. It's ridiculous. I'm not buying this game again.
Yeah, I just wanted to run smoothly on my PC for once.
Yeah, that's really what I want.
That game I don't know what it was or if it was my graphics card or what, but that thing just stuttered so much. It ran fine when it ran, but then it would just have hitches. weirdly. I didn't understand. All right, Dominic, we got some release date news on Gotham Knights, talking about Batman earlier.
Oh, yeah.
That is now coming out October 25th of this year.
Oh, cool.
So right in time for Halloween.
So when's Suicide Squad coming out?
Suicide Squad, we don't know, because I think it was 2023, but then there was like a Bloomberg article talking about that it was going to be delayed until 2024, and that has not been officially confirmed anywhere that I'm aware of. So it still seems like it's a ways off.
Oh shit! Well, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna forget about it. I mean, I'm 12 hours before I won't keep thinking about it.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, Dominic, and then kind of the big thing this week, we had a Sony State of Play, kind of focusing on Japanese developers and publishers. That show kicked off with Exoprimal. Which is basically just dudes in mech suits fighting dinosaurs that were falling out of the sky. Like, it starts out as like, oh, the forecast shows that dinosaurs are going to be raining today.
Yeah, I see this.
And then, because, it's a Capcom game, so people are like, oh, Dino Crisis. And then you start to see these, like, mech suits. And honestly, like, watching this trailer, this shit looks like Anthem, but with dinosaurs. And I don't know if that's a good thing, but it could be cool. I mean, like, I'm all for games with dinosaurs. Like, I dig dinosaurs. But also, could we just get a Dino Crisis game? Just like we were talking about Onimusha. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing another Onimusha. I wouldn't mind seeing a Dino Crisis game. Like, take a break from the Resident Evil stuff. Like, you guys have been running this, like, maybe a little too hard, especially the fact that we're now talking about, like, a Resident Evil 4 remake when that game still plays just fine. Like, let's maybe explore some of the other franchises that you have and give the Resident Evil remake treatment to Dino Crisis or Onimusha. Let's see how that works out for you. And if it doesn't sell, okay, I'll let you go back to Resident Evil. But come on, give me some dinosaurs, Dominic. Give me some dinosaurs.
I know, that's really just asking for Dino Crisis with this.
Yeah. So we shall see.
Especially how they went with 3 with all futuristic. So it's like, it's just.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll see how this turns out. It seems to be another one of those kind of online.
So that's what it is. It's online. Like, it's like a Destiny. It's not like just a co-op.
I'm not sure if I've seen one way or another whether it's like full on live service game. Like, I really hope it's not, and hope it is just kind of a multiplayer co-op thing. But I also just don't want necessarily a co-op thing. Like, give me co-op as an option, but make a good single player game also, please.
I see what you mean. I mean, yeah, just have that story and like is there like Halo with co-op.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Halo damn nails it when they actually have co-op in the game.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is the first time.
God damn it, Dominic.
Did we talk about how it's delayed?
No, yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, because they mentioned last week, I think, that basically it's not coming with season 2, like I guess they had originally implied that it was going to.
So now I feel bad for really making fun of Souls. What's it called? Soul something I played. What's the game I played?
Which one?
Young Souls. I mean, I was getting on Young Souls.
As far as co-op play.
Yeah, it's hard because if Halo can't do it, shit, I'm asking these developers, man, to make it. Yeah, these small ass team.
I don't know what the hell's going on with that. That's whatever. Next up was Ghostwire Tokyo. They showed some more gameplay of that.
Yeah, that looks
good.
That
game still looks good.
Yeah.
That comes out soon, too.
I still don't know if I should be scared of it, though.
I think you should feel uneasy about it, but it doesn't look like scary necessarily. So I'm excited for that. I feel like you should feel about that the same way you feel about like what's the game you talked about? Samurai Warrior, Ninja Warrior,
Shadow Warrior.
Shadow Warrior. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I feel like it's around that. Maybe a little creepier, but for the most part, kind of that vibe. All right. After that was Stranger's Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins. There's a new demo out for that. That comes out like next week. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't really do much for me.
Yeah, for me, because I played 7. I know it's not like that, but people them saying Dark Souls kind of thing spreading around. That's not good for me.
That's even worse. Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like it's gonna be a stupid story. Anyways.
All right. Next up was some more Forspoken. That game has also been delayed like 6 months. That's coming out in October now on the 11th.
That game not gonna sell well, Daniel. It's a Square Enix game.
Yeah, I'm sure it's maybe a little too American.
It's gonna underperform because that's what they always do.
Underperformed our expectations.
Yeah.
Exactly. After that, a game that will not underperform, Dominic, Gundam Evolution. That is a first-person shooter Gundam game. I'm sure it actually will underperform, or they just won't set performance expectations.
This is first-person shooter? Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a Gundam game.
Gundam, I try to watch a lot of the series. I don't like them. Now, I was a big Gundam Wing fan.
Okay.
I got, Gundam Wing was probably the anime I really got to. Like, people watch Dragon Ball Z. I love the Gundam Wing. I was like, why y'all watching Dragon Ball Z with this? It takes like 50 episodes to fight this one guy. And Gundam Wing has this little nice political story going here. Now, this is high school me. Now, I watched it maybe recently. I looked at Gundam Wing. That was terrible. The writing was terrible. And I mean, I'm like, what the fuck did I see in this? I mean, then I look at it, I said, okay, I can see why I thought it was something to this, but yeah, this wasn't like great. And this is probably the best Gundam of all the Gundams, Gundam Wing. Because that's what other people say, is like Gundam Wing was the best one as far as story, everything.
Still not good.
But I mean, it was okay. Okay, starts off okay. Like I'm fine. I was like, okay, I'm fine. I can look at past some stuff. Once you get to like the later episodes, man, it just loses me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like they really draw this out. Like this needs to be end or tell me what's going on. Like it's just so, it gets a little dumb.
Yeah.
But they got mech suits, so everybody likes mech suits. So that's what it is.
Those mechs still look cool, Dominic. That's what I will say.
Exactly. Not the old ones though. Like the first Gundam looks boring, and the bad guys look boring. But in the later Gundams, they look good.
Yeah.
But people say it's nostalgia factor. Like, oh yeah, that's the first Gundam. It's like, this is a boring looking suit though.
Yeah. All right, Dominic, talking about nostalgia, we got Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection.
Woo!
That's coming out sometime this year. It's going to have 13 games.
Oh, the fighting game too.
Be $30. Yep. It's going to include Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the arcade, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time from the arcade,
Not
Teenage
3?
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's see. Yes, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project for the NES. 2 for the NES.
Oh, they're doing the first
also,
game too.
Tournament Fighters. 4 Turtles in Time.
One.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I hated that one.
It's got a lot of them.
But it's good. I can go play it again and fucking see why I hated it. And
even the Game Boy games. It's got back
what,
to the
Game Boy games too?
Radical Rescue.
Yo, that is a good pack. That pack gonna go $70.
Nope, only $30. I'm like, it's a bargain. It's a bargain. So yeah, we'll see that sometime this year. And that's gonna be available on like everything. Of course, during the state of play, they were only like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5.
I mean, of course. I mean, why would I announce my game gonna come on other consoles if this is my show?
That's why you don't put multiplayer games on state of plays.
Oh, that's what you're saying? Well, then have nothing to show then. Well, they would have had something. They just had to be longer. It had to be longer segments.
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. After that was Giga Bash. That's coming out sometime this year. This is like a kaiju fighter. Looks kind of isometric, like your big monsters in these kind of cityscapes, just beating each other up. That looks alright. After that was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a fighting game. It's gonna have, I think they say like over 50 fighters or something like that. A lot of people in it.
So 25 JoJo's and 25 of the other guy he always fights.
Probably, yeah. Because you said it's like a time thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's like JoJo's from different time zones that they could be. Yep. After that was Trek to Yomi, which is like this black and white samurai game. Looks kind of cool.
Oh, you got what you wanted from Ghost of Tsushima.
Yep.
People said they want that black and white look. It does look
cool.
cool.
That's coming out on a lot of things. I think that's also going to be part of the ID at Xbox stream that they're doing next week as well, because they're going to do a similar thing. Because Tunic also comes out next week, and that's going to be part of it.
Why did I think that game already came out? Damn.
Because that demo was out. Probably. Is that a Game Pass game, though? That's what I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Damn. I don't know if I'm going to be playing that anytime soon then. After that was Returnal Ascension. This is free DLC that's going to add a survival mode as well as co-op, so you can be able to do multiplayer Returnal.
How'd that work?
Just 2 people.
Oh, okay. like Halo. It's going to be like a Halo kind. I mean, like it doesn't make sense for the story, but it's who cares? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it's going to be. And then I'm sure it'll be like, you can pick up your down partner and stuff.
Yeah,
like
you know what? I do want more games like that. Like they're, like you said, co-op, but it's still a single player experience, but a friend can just join. It's like, because like, really, who cares? It doesn't make sense.
Who needs to justify that there's another person here with me? Like, I don't care. Just throw another dude that looks like me in this game. All right. After that was the Dio Field Chronicle. This is coming out 2022. They're calling it a real-time tactical battle game. It looks kind of like a tactics game, but
it looks like is it Square Enix?
Away with the squares. Yeah, I believe it is. Yes.
Yeah, because it looked like the Final Fantasy type of drawings.
Yeah. So that looks all right.
Yeah. And
then they closed the show with Valkyrie Asylum. That is a third-person action game. You play as a lady with a sword.
I mean, go back to the other game. I mean,
yes,
it's almost like 3 houses. The Fire Emblem shit.
Yes, there's definitely some palace intrigue there too.
Yeah, I mean, it don't look like it, but it's kind of in that vein, that setting, and everything.
Yep.
They biting. Do people still say that? People still say biting?
Yes, people still say biting. I don't think people still say biting.
No, hell no. Hell no, they don't say that.
I don't think I've heard someone say that in God. Yeah. Now that I actually think about it, yeah.
I don't know what's the term they will use today for that.
I don't know. Something capping.
Yeah. I see a lot of caps. I still hate that. I hate that people they bought into that shit. I was like, God damn, when I found out where it's from, it's like, this is stupid.
Where is it from? What is it?
A rapper said something.
Oh, okay.
And it's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb how it came to be.
That's great.
Like you say, oh, no cap, man. Why can't you just fuck you? I said, fuck you and your no cap. Especially in some serious conversations, I'd be saying like, yeah, I think he was capping. Talking about
is it better or worse when they just put the cap emoji?
I mean, either way. I mean, because when I saw a cap emoji, just oh my fucking God, I forgot you can do that. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm an old man, Daniel.
Old man yells at cloud. All right, Valkyrie Asylum, Dominic. This is looks pretty all right. Looks like a anime lady with a sword slashing some people, and it's kind of cell shaded. It's got that weird I see it a lot more nowadays when you see cell shading, where it's like it's got the solid line around the outside of the character.
I'm sorry. Let's get back to this. I want the no cap thing. Here we go. This is from dictionary.com. All right. The in black slang, to cap about something is to brag, to exaggerate, or to lie. Meaning, okay, history. In the 1940s, shut the fuck up. No, this is slap. It's meaning to surpass, connected to ritualized insulting of capping. These terms appear to be rooted in the sense of cap as top or upper. So no cap has a sense of a lie and a joke. Come on, get to the word that comes the song it came from. Okay, here it is. No Cap was popularized in 2017 when Atlanta-based rappers Young Thug and Future released the track No Cap. In the song, rappers boast about all the wealth and swag they acquired. No cap including clothes, cars, and jewelry. Calling back to the slang's cap's roots, no cap can also generally mean no limit, with cap here meaning a maximum and often referring to prices of money. I don't know how it's still changed to be no lie from that song though.
Yeah.
I don't get it how it get from, I don't know. No cap was possible. Oh man, I don't know. This fucking whatever. Guess I just go with it.
Yep.
Just gotta go with it.
Caps in the chat for Dominic. All right. So Valkyrie Elysium, Dominic. What are you thinking with this one?
Okay, let me look at that game. I was busy trying to understand that cap. Okay, I'm still on that game. Valkyrie. Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
it's an RPG, right?
Yeah, it looks like it kind of reminds me of
it looks like a Rise.
Yeah.
That dog
what's the one, the free to play one that people are still playing?
Oh, Genshin Impact?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that.
Oh, speaking of that, you were talking about that that game for the Oculus. What was it called?
Which one?
The big multiplayer one.
Population 1?
Yeah. You have to buy that game. So I'm not going to play it. I can't play that game. I'm not going to buy it.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah, it's not a free-to-play game because I was looking for it, but I was looking at all the free games. Like, how is this not up here? Yeah. And I kept looking, and then I found it. I said, "Oh, Population 1," and then it said like $39.99. I was like, "Oh shit, you got!" Oh, I thought it was free-to-play.
Don't they know that all those games have to be free-to-play?
Are there still free-to-play elements in that game? Is it still like Fortnite?
I don't know. I don't feel like there's a big enough market there for that kind of stuff to be in that game. Like, especially if it costs money.
That's what I'm saying. If it costs money, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I mean, it seems like something I want to try. Maybe one day. Maybe there's a sale or something.
Gotcha.
But the Valkyrie game looks good. Looks cool. But it is a little different because it's just single player. Yeah, it's just I mean, not single player. I'm sorry. It seems like it's just one character you play as.
Oh, right. Yeah, absolutely. I just meant like style-wise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, style.
Maybe like story.
Yeah, it seems like a more action-y, like RPG type of game, kind of how Arise was and Genshin Impact and things of that nature. Yeah.
So that was the state of play. I kind of like the Sony state of plays better than...
That was the last thing they showed? This was the big... Did it make it like a big announcement?
The big thing.
Oh,
I don't know that they had a big thing. I mean, I guess depending on how you feel about that.
Cowabunga.
Yeah. But I mean, like, as far as like ending the show big thing.
Yeah, I know. I still would have ended
like
with that.
Nintendo's... I'm impressed with Nintendo all the time, but it's just so much they pack into those things. This feels like they give things a little more time to breathe.
It's a lot. They show a lot of games, and it's good to know that those games are out, but then I'm not remembering much of them.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering the
especially
because
they'll show all those games, and then they'll also do a montage too.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I just saw 15 games in addition to the 15 games you already showed me. So, yeah. But I overall, I think this was an all right showing. The Ninja Turtle collection definitely has my interest. And
what's coming out first?
Ghostwire Tokyo.
The new Turtles game or this?
I don't think they've given dates on either. And I would say you put this out first to get people, primed for that new one.
Yeah.
Get people excited. And then, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, maybe a month later, come out with that.
I like that graphic of like the squares, X's, and triangles and circles on the state of play. I just want to touch them like this, press on them. It seems like it's just like a wave, like a what's it called? What's the thing called where like you can put your face in it and it molds your face a bit, and then you can just
like with the little pins.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It seems like it's
yeah. All right, Dominic, did you see anything else you wanted to talk about this week?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, we got new releases this week, Dominic. We got a couple. We got Spellforce 3 Reforced. That's now out on PS4, PS5.
Okay.
Xbox One and Xbox Series
what is that?
consoles. It's like a tactical game.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Reforged is like, because this game came out a couple of years ago, so it's basically like the Reforged version of Warcraft.
Speaking of like Wizard stuff, I did see that latest trailer of the new Harry Potter's World movie. What's it called? With young Dumbledore.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them or something.
Yeah, whatever the newest one is called. I did see the preview of that one, and it looks pretty. I mean, it looks pretty good. Now, the Johnny Depp character, did he die or did he replace him? Because I didn't see the last movie. I didn't see the last one.
Replaced him?
Okay.
I can't remember because like it's very weird because it feels like they could easily replace him because in that first movie, like wasn't he somebody else the entire time and then at the end he changes to Johnny Depp?
I totally forgot the first movie. I'm about to watch that again, probably through the Oculus or something. Because I did like it. I did like the first movie. It was pretty good. And now I know the reviews of the second one were great, but I didn't see it. But I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah. I think the second one I ended up like falling asleep to it while my wife watched it or something. I can't remember. I don't remember anything about it though. But yeah, it feels like they could replace that character. And I feel like it was this pretty central character, so I don't know that they killed them off.
Yeah.
All right. We also have Chocobo GP for the Nintendo
the Grand
Switch.
Prix?
Yeah.
The racing Chocobo? Yes.
The, superior to Mario Kart.
But wait a minute. This is the one, they're in carts, right? Or yeah, okay. Yeah, the one, it don't make no fucking sense. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Why does the fastest bird in this world?
They be riding Chocobos, man. He can't be
they're
driving.
Young, Dominic. They're young.
Well, they should be like little kids. Get on the back of them and racing them.
In their defense, it appears the Chocobo actually just has roller skates.
Oh, like
on.
Boogles. The Boogles ride them.
And it seems like, well, I don't know what he drives, but there's a Moogle there. There's also Cloud in it, apparently. I don't know. I guess, yeah.
He's on a motorcycle?
He is on, what is he on? I think the Chocobos actually do run. Because this one has roller skates, but they're also different colored ones. So.
Oh, okay. But
maybe this world makes sense, Dominic.
So there is in a world where like the horses actually racing without no people on their backs, and they actually
exactly.
they're taking the prize money.
A mage in a bumper cart. What happens if you just run over the Chocobo?
Man, this seemed like a weird shit. This is like Wacky Races or some shit like that.
Exactly. That's yes. It does feel like that a lot, actually. This is Cactus Man, and he's got something firing out of his
the
crotch.
cactus. Yeah, I hate that thing.
Don't know what's happening there. All right. And then I'm not going to say the big one this week. The other one this week, Dominic, is WWE 2K22. That's now out on the PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X.
I think it was a review in progress last time I saw on Game Informer. Yeah. I don't know. It still is.
It is, yeah. It sounds like aspects of that game are better, but it also sounds like they haven't really improved much. And I don't know that we ever talked about it. That was one that I missed. That allegedly WWE's in talks with EA to possibly be making a game in the future.
I don't think so.
So it depends. It sounded like it depends on how the sales of this game are, but they might be coming up on the end of their contract with 2K. And they might be exploring other venues for making a new game. And that might be a good idea. I don't know if EA is necessarily my choice for making the game that I would want to see out of them.
It was just funny. The company they're with is a company I think will just take what NBA 2K did and kind of make it more like have a better single player experience, you know, or like managerial experience, and like you can set up fights. Like it's a lot better than what it is now, because I think you can do that now, the event stuff, but it's just not well. I mean,
and I think that's actually part of these rumors is that basically they're alleging that 2K is spending more money and resources on the NBA games than they are on this game. And it's like, well, yeah, no shit. I mean, that game is their number one seller, and I don't think they're ever going to make, even if they pumped as much money into that game or this game as they do that game, it's never going to sell the same amount. Like there's just a bigger audience for that game. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because like EA did technically publish the Def Jam game, so like they could make very cool wrestling games that I would like to see, but I don't think that's what we would get out of a WWE game necessarily. The thing that I don't know, there are so many things that frustrate me about these WWE games, but like one of the stupidest things is that you have like completely different characters. Like it used to be, okay, here's Triple H, and then I select his costume. Like here's, 2000s Triple H, here's DX Triple H, here's whatever. Whereas like now you go down the character select screen and there's Finn Balor, and then separate from Finn Balor, there's Demon Finn Balor, which is when he like puts the face paint on and shit. And it's like, why? Why can't you just, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It's like a presentation thing, I guess, really, but I don't know. I'm really hoping that AEW game actually turns out to be good.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I would like a wrestling game.
yeah. I just want a decent one. Or I really wish they would do a successor to that All-Star one that came out years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Make like a fun over the top thing too. And I guess
they
you could say they tried
right?
that with Battlegrounds. Yeah. But make a good one of those. Yeah. So, that is the new releases for the week. Dominic, you got anything else for the people?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Thank you guys as always for listening. You can check us out on Twitter. Dominic is at DStallworth5. I am at Regulus MB. The podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. Superpod.com is the website. You can check us out there. It has links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, as well as iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all the places you find podcasts. Until next time, guys, talk to you later.
All right, see ya.